Good afternoon and welcome to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. This is the Hunterdon Sussex Boys Lacrosse Semifinal. The number 4 seed, the Pope John Lions, taking on the number 4 seed, Sparta Spartans. Hello everyone, Mike Formisano here calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us here at Pope John High School under overcast, maybe partly cloudy conditions, perfect temperature for the boys out here, but a rivalry that is red hot. The crosstown rivalry renewed between Pope John and Sparta. These two teams met earlier this season. Sparta hosted Pope John, and they got out to a 4-1 lead. But then the Lions responded with 7 straight goals to win, going away 8-4. But that's not what Pope John is paying attention to today. Pope John is looking for payback from last year's Hunterdon Sussex final, as Sparta took out the defending champion from 2023, Pope John, by a score of 9-4, and they won the HWS last year. So Pope John looking to get back on top against Sparta today. Let's go over the rosters. We start with number 0, Lucas Brown. Number 3, Hunter Klenicki. Number 4, Eddie Brown. Number 5, Marco Aquino. Number 6, Ethan Interella. 10 is Michael Pandacia. 11, Eric McCall. 12, Lucas Spellman. 30, Brady Shagawan. 15, Sam Sikowski. Number 16, Matt Ciarelli. 17, Christian Hansen. 18, Anthony Caldi. 20 is Matt Peters. 22, Marcelo De Stefano. 25, Adam Teixeira. 26, Lucas Polito. Number 41 is Stone Herberson. Number 14 is Danny Westervelt. 24 is Christian Mazzarella. And number 51, Cole Mazzarella. And the goalkeeper, I have his number 24. And we'll confirm that in just a little bit, Jake Allegrio. The head coach of the Sparta Spartans is Sean Peterson. Assistant coach is Brian Brennan. Aaron Sanchez. For the top seed in Pope John Lions, who just took out the Delaware Valley Terriers 18-2 last Saturday, we start with number 1, Andrew Sanchez. Number 2 is Magnus Bars. Number 3, Anthony Schnabel. 4 is Peyton Fox. 5, Jack Galucci. 6, Sam Canetta. 7, Travis Heller. 8 is Matthew Sledge. 9, Mikey Ramirez. 10, Vic Fiore. 11, Hunter Perillo. 12, Nick Michello. 13, Justin Perella. 15, Johnny Pippa. 16, Amir Young. 17, Connor Clifford. 18, Evan Wyatt. 19 is Mike Marston. 20, Hayden Marshall. 21, Matthew Riley. 22, Andrew Gallant. 23, Brody Pillock. 24, Zach Cash. 25, Jonathan Brugna. 26, Chris Sabella. 27, Emilio Barranco. 28, Jacob Post. 29, Aiden Dialivo. 30, Steve Leonard. 32, Nick Boyanowski. 50, Sutton Fullwood. 51, Andrew Jessamaria. And the goalkeepers, number 31, Michael Formisano. Number 55, Owen Hull. And the senior goalkeeper for the Pope John Lions, number 52, Daniel O'Leary. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Father Michael Parisi. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The head coach of the Pope John Lions boys varsity team is Joe Delaferra. Assistant coaches Ryan Cummings and Mike McGovern. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. It is the Hunterdon Sussex semifinal between the number 1 seed, Pope John Lions, and the number 4 seeded Sparta Spartans. The other matchup going on today is number 2, Warren Hills, against number 3, Voorhees. The winner of this game and that one will take on each other on Saturday, 11 a.m. at Lenape Valley High School in the final of the Hunterdon Sussex tournament. We're glad you're with us here. We are all set for lacrosse. This is a rematch of last year's final where Sparta defeated Pope John 9-4. And we'll see if the Lions can get payback or if Sparta can repeat this year by winning against Pope John and then the final on Saturday. The Spartans out to the circle. Pope John already there. Obviously, in net will be number 52, Daniel O'Leary. I think Jake Allegrio, the goalkeeper for Sparta, is wearing number 1 today, so he will be in net with that jersey. Sparta in their white jerseys and white shorts with dark blue trim. Pope John in their blue uniforms, blue jerseys with gold trim and the golden domes. And they are going right to left on your screen. So Allegro, number 1 in the Sparta net. O'Leary, number 52 in the Pope John cage. Here we go. The semifinal between Pope John and Sparta. The crosstown rivalry renewed. Mikey Ramirez taking the draw for Pope John. On the referee's whistle. Here we go. Face off. And it's won by Ramirez over Eric McCall. Here is Mikey Ramirez up the left side. Sparta with their defense around Allegro's cage. Pope John with their usual offense out there. Actually, in place of Peyton Fox's number 11, Hunter Perillo. So you have Sam Canetta, Brody Pillock, Jack Galucci, and Travis Heller on the offensive side of the ball. Andrew Sanchez, Muggy Bars, and Anthony Schnabel on defense. Here's the pass in to Hunter Perillo. Now to Sam Canetta on the left. Canetta to Mikey Ramirez. Now to Galucci. Galucci on the right wing. Ramirez takes it up top. McCall guarding him. We're glad you're with us here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube for this Hunterdon Warren Sussex semifinal. Pope John and Sparta. Ramirez coming in the shot. And it goes wide, out of bounds. Pope John will maintain possession. Here's Canetta. Perillo looking to break in towards the center. He'll back up around, being guarded by Lucas Brown. Now, Pillock on the right, up top to Galucci. Galucci, Hanson on him. 7 seniors on this Pope John team, about as many on Sparta as well. Pillock looking to come in on the right post. Passes back out to Galucci. This Pope John team can be very patient when working on offense, and it usually pays off. 12-1 on this season. Their only loss to Chatham, 16-3. Canetta being double teamed. Breaks away, over to Heller. Fakes the shot, now shoots wide left. Out of bounds, and Sparta's closest. So the Spartans will take over. Sam Sikowski, number 15 with it. And this will be Sparta's first offensive possession. The pass back to Allegro. Number 1, Jake Allegro. Trying to find someone open. He's having problems. He's trotting up the field a little hesitantly. Now he bursts into full speed, and he's over the midfield line. He's coming in. The shot. It's deflected down and stolen away. And there's an open net if Pope John hurries. Heller to Mikey Ramirez. Ramirez. Oh, the pass is errant of Brody Pillock. And Sikowski takes over for Sparta. A big gamble by the Sparta netminder, and it almost didn't pay off. Here's Klodnicki over the midfield stripe. Ramirez on him. Knocked down. We got a flag against Ramirez. And whistle blows, stopping play. 9:07 remaining in the first quarter. No score between Pope John and Sparta. The winner plays the winner of the other semifinal going on right now. Warren Hills, number 2, the Blue Streaks, against Voorhees, the number 3 seed. Eddie Brown, the one player who was not involved in the last matchup in the regular season, he is on the field today, number 4 for Sparta. Brown scored 4 goals in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex final last year, and was apparently one of the main reasons that Sparta went ahead and survived against North Hunterdon on Saturday. 5-4, the Spartans won that game in the 4-5 matchup. Here's Brown. Pass to Panacea. Ciarelli. Back to Brown. Brown, the left-handed shot. Panacea up top. Now to pass down low to Aquino. Brown trying to set up. Pass in. Goes over to number 12, Spellman. Spellman. We're to number 2. Now Brown with it. Brown will give it back. Aquino. Pass over to Spellman. Aquino on the right wing. Now number 12. Luke Spellman with it. Spellman looking to break in to Aquino. Now to Brown, down low. Pantasia with the shot wide right. Tight defense by Sam Canetta. The ball's going to stay with Sparta. Here's Ciarelli. We talk about rivals. You talk about rivalries. Throw the records out. Pope John 12-1 in the season. They could be 30-1. It doesn't matter. Aquino passes to Brown on the right. Brown being defended by Heller. 7.5 to go, first quarter. No score between Pope John and Sparta in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex semifinal. Pass to number 2. Down low. Deflected by Heller. And it's picked up by Brown. Eddie Brown with it now. Brown gives it back to Aquino. Aquino moves to the right. Looking to break in. Pass down low to Brown. Brown will give it up to Ciarelli. Ciarelli now around to Spellman. Spellman to number 2. Stolen away by Pope John. Sam Canetta, and now he gives it off to Andrew Sanchez. Sanchez with the long pole in the Sparta side of the field. The pass to Heller, just out of his cross. Scrum for it. And it's picked up by Lucas Brown. Brown, it's a back for the Spartans. He's coming in on the right side. Tried to pass it across, was deflected. And Pope John able to steal away Sanchez, but it's knocked out of his cross. Both teams still fighting for it. O'Leary's able to smother it and gain possession. Daniel O'Leary with the pass out to Travis Heller. Heller now to Mikey Ramirez. Ramirez up the left side.
From the dealership.
Now to Heller. Heller looking to break in. Fires! Save! And it's covered by the Sparta goalkeeper, Jake Allegro. Allegro passes out to number 15, Sam Sikowski. Over to Klodnicki. Under Klodnicki on the right. Pass across. Down low to Eddie Brown. It's not there. In the corner, there's Brown to Pantasia. Gives it to Aquino. Marco Aquino. Now to number 2 for Sparta. Gives it off to 14, which is Danny Westervelt. Westervelt coming over to the right. Pass down low to Brown. Back to Westervelt. Aquino. To the wing. Number 2 with it, Gallucci. Pass behind to Ciarelli. Matt Ciarelli on the left. He scores. Matt Ciarelli beats Daniel O'Leary down low to make it 1-0 Sparta.
Good job, Matty.
And the Sparta Belch celebrating with 4:52 remaining in quarter number 1. The Spartans taking early, 1-0 lead. Matt Ciarelli with the goal. So now to face off between Ramirez and number 11, Eric McCall. Sparta jumped out to a 4-1 lead over Pope John about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago at Sparta High School in the 3rd game of Pope John's season. But then the Lions responded with 7 unanswered goals to win, going away 8-4. Here's a face-off, won by Ramirez. Here's Mikey Ramirez on the far side. Ramirez to Canetta. Canetta on the right. Looking to set up. Trying to come in on the post. Pass across to Perillo. The shot, it's loose underneath the goalie. And in the crease is Hunter Perillo. Sparta ball. So Sparta starts up again. Here's Christian Hansen. Perillo with a swipe. Hansen over to Pandacia. Pandacia on the left. Pass to Ciarelli. Now back to Aquino. Marco Aquino, number 5 for the Spartans. Now Eddie Brown. Back to Aquino. Pass it off to number 2. Takes a hit from Ramirez. Down low to Ciarelli. Ciarelli, that's at number 2. The shot goes wide, out of bounds. Sparta's closest. 3:45 remaining, quarter number 1. Sparta leading Pope John 1-0. Luke Spellman on the right, number 12 for the Spartans. Coming in on Jack Colucci. Pass down low. Eddie Brown now in front, knocked loose by Sanchez. And Lions steal it away. Anthony Schnabel gives it over to goalkeeper Daniel O'Leary. Now O'Leary with the pass over to Mikey Ramirez. Ramirez up to Magnus Bars. Muggy on the left side, looking to break in. Gives over to Ramirez. Ramirez up top. Mikey Ramirez will work over to the right now. Now to Jack Colucci. Colucci on the right wing. Pope John not used to being behind this late in games this year. They have had one loss against Chatham, 16-3, and then other than a double overtime loss to Immaculata, and then the first quarter and a half against Sparta, they've either controlled or dominated the games. Here's Brody Pillock, the freshman. Pillock looking to break in. Pass to Heller, the shot, score! Travis Heller ties things at 1. The assist from Brody Pillock. Heller goes low on Aquino on Allegro. And with 2:23 to go in quarter number 1, the Pope John Lions tie things up with Sparta, 1 apiece. Nice playmaking by Pillock there, passing it up to Heller, and Heller with a nice low shot to beat the Sparta netminder. We're tied at 1 here. Ramirez on the draw against Eric McCall. Ramirez just broke 700 career face-off wins on Saturday against Delaware Valley, so again, we want to congratulate him for that. Pass down to Hunter Perillo. Perillo on the left. Now to Sam Canetta. Canetta on the left wing. Down to Perillo. Now Gallucci. Over to Ramirez. Ramirez with the pass to Gallucci on the right wing, being defended by Hansen. Gallucci. Pass to Mikey. On the right. Pope John playing very close to the cage right now around Jake Allegro. Ramirez with the shot. Save Allegro. Oh, the Sparta netminder looking like he's up to the task today. Allegro, a different goalie than who Sparta had in net last year. It was Parker Hine, who was the goalkeeper for the Spartans, who helped Sparta win that HWS championship over Pope John. And I've mentioned it before, but I just want to go ahead and bring up the quotes that he had afterwards when Sparta defeated Pope John 9-4 in last year's HWS semifinal. And so Hyde excited, and he was like, I'm paraphrasing here, he was talking about, he was with a great group of guys, that the Sparta team really rallied. And then he said something very interesting. He said, I play with a lot of the guys at Pope John, and they went the Catholic route, but, stay public, and you win championships. We'll break that quote in the second quarter. Pass down low to Ciarelli on the left side, and he's in a collision with Andrew Sanchez, and it's going to go over to Pope John. 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here is Ramirez. Pass up to Bars. Bars with 5. He's taking a long shot, deflected, and it goes over the crossbar out of bounds, and the buzzer sounds for the end of the first quarter. We are through one 12-minute period here at Pope John High School. It is Pope John 1, Sparta 1. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lights TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for the Hunterdon Sussex semifinal in boys lacrosse. Mike Formisano here calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us on what's turned out to be a beautiful day here in Sparta, New Jersey. A lot of rain earlier. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a dry contest between the Lions and Spartans, but it has actually turned out to be really nice here in this afternoon in early May. So now the teams switch sides. Pope John will be going left to right in their blue jerseys. Sparta in their white jerseys, they're going right to left. Tied at 1 here, Matt Ciarelli with the goal for Sparta, and Travis Heller with the equalizer late in the first quarter, assisted by Brody Pillock. Mikey Ramirez will take the draw against Eric McCall. Sparta got here by way of defeating North Hunterdon 5-4 on Saturday in their quarterfinal matchup. Pope John defeated Delaware Valley 18-2. Here's Ramirez with another face-off win. He takes it in on the right. Ramirez over to Canetta. Sam Canetta. Looks even with the goal. Now drops down below, being guarded by Klodnicki. Canetta looking to pass in. Trying to find a lane to shoot, but nothing's open. Canetta will try again. Pass down to Pillock. The shot. Score! Brody Pillock from Sam Canetta. And the Lions have taken a 2-1 lead. The goal comes 38 seconds into the second quarter. Brody Pillock, the freshman. Well, he's not playing like a freshman. He scores to make it 2-1. Pope John over Sparta. Pillock with the goal. Sam Canetta with the assist. And now Ramirez with the draw again against McCall. Here we go. Another face-off win by Mikey Ramirez. Here come the Lions. Ramirez on the right. Pass over to Canetta. Canetta looking to break in. Pass down low to Pillock. Now Brody will take it down low beneath the goal. Out to the left wing. Jack Galucci up top to Mikey Ramirez. Pass to Pillock. Hunter Perillo works on Lucas Brown. Pass in front to Heller. Didn't go cleanly. He scoops it back up. Looking to break in around the goal on the right post. Trying to get the shot off. He's tied up by at least 2 or 3 defenders for Sparta. The ball's on the turf now. Scrum for it. Klodnicki trying to scoop it away. Ball still on the turf. You can see how badly these guys want it. And the ball's going to go over to Sparta. Hunter Klodnicki, number 3, over on the sideline, will start things up. Heller trying to knock the ball loose. Perillo after Klodnicki, he does the same. Oh, the sun's shining now here at Pope John High School. Klodnicki pass down low to Eddie Brown. Brown. Sparta looking for the equalizer. They trail 2-1 here to Pope John. Just under 10 to go in the first half. And Sia with it. Pass down to Ciarelli. And a pass back to Aquino. So, that comment that was made after last year's HWS by Parker Hine, I was bothered by it, but I've not heard a lot about it from Pope John contingency. It was a bold statement. At the moment of winning that championship, I'm sure, he has every right to say it, but, I'm sure these teams go back and forth every other year. One wins and the other wins and everything, and really the goal, as head coach Joe Delaferro has said numerous times, is not to win that championship. It's to win a dynasty. It's to go ahead and build a dynasty. It's to go ahead and build a long-term success program here. And that's what he's focused on doing. And I'm sure Sparta puts their efforts in too, as well as, being able to build. And they want to repeat just like they did last year. They went ahead and defeated Pope John. So, I always came from the school of treading lightly as far as what you say about your opponents and so forth. Panacea down to Ciarelli. Pope John's won this year. 12-1. They're ready. It would be a disappointment for them to get knocked out in this game. Number 2 with the shot. Score! Sparta goes ahead and ties the game at 2. The goal coming from forward number 2. And number 2, a freshman. He's not on my roster here, so we're going to try and find out later on who he is. But I went ahead and I did research afterwards at like 5 different sources. And one of the players who was not on it was number 2. So he gets the goal for Sparta with 8:26 remaining. Makes the score 2-2, Pope John and Sparta. You talk about these rivalries, and there's always a little extra. There's always a little, you want it a little more. Ramirez wins the draw, so wins it against number 15, Sam Sikowski. Now Galucci gives it over to Sam Canetta. 8:09 remaining in quarter number 2. We're deadlocked at 2. Pope John and Sparta. Canetta, pass to Ramirez. It pops out of his stick. Sent downfield by Klodnicki. And now Sikowski picks it up. Sam Sikowski. Pass down low to Eddie Brown. Brown. Oh, it falls out of his cross. Good defense by Anthony Schnabel. Now to pass across, and it's deflected by Pope John. Race for it, Panacea and Sanchez. And that will allow Lucky Bars to scoop it up. Here's Bars coming into the Sparta side of the field. We have a whistle and a timeout. And Coach Joe Delaferro wants to talk things over. 7:33 to go, second quarter. We're tied at 2 here at Pope John High School on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Come on back. How you doing? No. I'm looking for number 2 on Sparta. You said your name was Provence. Formasano. Oh, it's close. I played lax with a guy named Provenzano many years ago. Yeah, no, Formasano. Yeah. You do a good job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gotta go another lacrosse game. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for the semifinal of the Hunterdon Sussex Boys Lacrosse Tournament. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The Lions and the Spartans deadlocked at 2 here. Latest goal coming from freshman number 2 for Sparta. I only have one freshman on my roster, and it's Jace Stinnison. I'm not sure if that's him. I'll try and do some research during halftime to confirm that. Meanwhile, freshman Brody Pillock scored for Pope John their second goal of the game. Travis Heller and Matt Ciarelli seniors had the first goals for each team. So Pope John with the ball now with 7:33 to go, second quarter. Here's the pass from Jack Galucci to Brody Pillock, and the Lions started up. Pillock on the right side, the pass to Galucci. Galucci back over to Ramirez, now to Canetta. Sam Canetta, number 6, down low to Hunter Perillo. Perillo behind the Spartan net. Perillo looking to break in, trying to go around Eric McCall. Here's Canetta. Ramirez to Galucci. Hanson on him. Galucci looking to fire. Way high over the crossbar. Out of bounds, and Sparta's closest. So Sparta will take over. It's out, a pass down to Allegro. Less than 7 to go here in quarter number 2. The ball's loose on the turf. Lucas Brown trying to scoop it up, and Pope John takes it away. Heller coming in. He'll take it behind the net. Passes it off to Canetta. Sam Canetta racing in the shot. Score! Sam Canetta just inside the right post. And the Lions retake the lead. Pope John 3, Sparta 2. Canetta's goal from Travis Heller comes with 6:34 remaining in quarter number 2. Pope John 3, Sparta 2. This has been a back and forth affair so far. Spartans scoring first, Pope John tying the game. The Lions taking a 2-1 lead, and the Spartans tying that. And so now, Pope John retaking a 3-2 lead here in the midway part of the second quarter. Here's Ramirez. Pass over to Heller. So the goal, Sam Canetta from Travis Heller. With 6.5 to go in quarter number 2. Perillo to Pillock. Brody Pillock with it now. Over to Galucci. Back to Pillock. Perillo behind the net. Now Canetta. Sam slows it down. Fake the rush. Skowski in front of him. Waiting for a substitution in. That is Vic Fiore who comes into the game. So Vic, the freshman for the Lions, into the game now with 5.5 to go. Galucci. Now to Canetta. Heller with it on the right side over to Pillock. Pillock down low to Perillo. Perillo's got Lucas Brown on him. Turns around, coming in towards the net. Tried to shoot it. He's tied up by both McCall and Brown, and allowed Allegro to make a save on a floater in from Perillo. He didn't get a quality shot off because of the defense. Here's Klodnicki with 5:07 remaining. Hunter Klodnicki on the right side, looking to break towards the net. Pass down low to Ciarelli. We got an infraction, and it's against Sparta. Pope John ball. Here is Anthony Schnabel. Pass over to Muggy Bars. Bars racing down the right side. Pass into Pillock. Brody Pillock down low. Hunter Perillo with the pass to Pillock. Now to Ramirez. Mikey Ramirez on the right. Gives to Galucci. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Warren Hills and Voorhees. Saturday morning at 11 a.m. from Lenape Valley High School. Ramirez with the shot. To Heller. Heller. He scores! Travis Heller took what looked to be a Mikey Ramirez shot. He caught it in his cross and turned around and flipped it behind Jake Allegro. And the Lions take a 4-2 lead. 4:22 remaining in quarter number 2. Travis Heller, his second of the game from Mikey Ramirez. And the Lions up by a deuce, 4-2. So Ramirez will take the draw against Derek McCall. It is. Tie up. And won by Mikey Ramirez. Knocked loose by Sparta. Sikowski got a stick on that, and that allows Klodnicki to pick it up. Klodnicki on the far side. Pass up to Lucas Brown. Brown. Errant pass, and it's smothered by Daniel O'Leary. O'Leary with the pass out to Ramirez. It bounces loose. Picked up by Sikowski. And now we have a timeout by Sparta as Panacea gains possession. We have 3:52 remaining in quarter number 2. Timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. Pope John with a 4-2 lead over the Sparta Spartans in the semifinal of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex Boys Lacrosse Tournament. Come on right back. Pope John High School right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for semifinal action in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex Tournament between the Pope John Lions and the Sparta Spartans. Lions lead 4-2. Tomorrow on the baseball diamond, the Pope John Lions number 4 seed baseball team take on number 5 seed Vernon in the quarterfinals of the baseball tournament in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex. Pope John with an exciting 7-6 win over Lenape Valley on Saturday as they advance to the quarterfinals and meet up with Vernon, who defeated Voorhees with, I think it was a 3-run 7th inning to win that game. So Pope John and Vernon tomorrow. We'll be with you for that on Pope John Lions TV and YouTube. Also want to let you know that the softball team is going to be home tomorrow. They're the number 2 seed in the girls softball tournament. They're taking on High Point. They played High Point about 2 weeks ago, and they won 10-0. So that doesn't mean anything in tournament play, however. So the number 2 softball team against number 7 High Point. We'll be with you for softball on Thursday for a regular season matchup. So here's number 12, Luke Spellman with it for Sparta. 3:20 to go, first half. Panacea with the pass over to Ciarelli. Ciarelli back to Panacea. Spellman gives it up number 2. Now over to Panacea to Ciarelli. Ciarelli gives it back to Panacea. Spellman, it's loose, it's on the turf. And scooped up by number 2 for Sparta. Pass over. Spellman back to 2, fires, wide right, out of bounds. Ciarelli's closest for the Spartans. We have 2:50 remaining in the first half. Lions leading 4-2 over Sparta. Panacea gives it to Spellman. Spellman now to number 2. Panacea. Now Ciarelli, got Sanchez on him. Spellman down low to Aquino. Knocked loose. Big collision. And it's picked up by Muggy Bars. Bars and Sanchez with that. And it's knocked loose out of his cross. Taken away by Eddie Brown. Panacea with the shot. Goes wide right. We get a flag on the play. .2:17 to go, second quarter. And I think they're going to flag Mikey Ramirez for that. So he'll go off and Sparta with a man advantage. Lions lead 4-2, but Mikey Ramirez goes off with a penalty. And Sparta will have a man advantage. Now the Spartans start up. Here's Spellman. Spellman to Panacea. Around to Ciarelli. Is back to Spellman. Over to Eddie Brown. Brown tried to shoot. Lane was closed. Number 2 with it. Over to Spellman. Panacea. Fires! Save Dave O'Leary. Daniel O'Leary stopping that high riser. And now to pass to Muggy Bars. Bars gives it off to Galucci. Pope John still a man down, waiting for Ramirez to come out of the penalty area. Galucci gives to Heller. Heller will take his time, and now Ramirez coming back on. Canetta, minute 25 to go. Second quarter. Pass to Ramirez. Now to Canetta. Down low to Perillo. Hunter Perillo with it. Lucas Brown chopping away. Perillo slows it up. Gives to Galucci. Jack Galucci looking to make his move. Comes back to the center. Pass to Perillo. Perillo with a 360. Now to Pillock. Pillock down low. Heller in the shot. He scores! What a beautiful goal by Travis Heller. And he secures another hat trick. And the Lions with a 5-2 lead. Heller's goal assisted by Brody Pillock. His third of the game with 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gives the Lions a 5-2 edge. Ominous storm clouds rolling in again. We'll be fighting that off all day. It cleared up for a while in the early second quarter. It's overcast again. Here's Ramirez and McCall. Face-off, won by Ramirez. That is so crucial in this sport. To be able to have a centerman that can win face-offs on a regular basis. Here's Heller. We have a whistle. We have a timeout on the field. Head coach Joe Delafer wants to talk things over. 37 seconds to go in the first half. Pope John with a 5-2 lead on Sparta. We'll be back right after this from Pope John High School on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
What's going on? How you doing?
I don't know if mom's picking me up.
Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions Lacrosse. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's Hunterdon Sussex semifinal between the Lions and the Sparta Spartans. The crosstown rivalry renewed. Anytime these two teams match up, you can throw out the records, you can throw out who's better or not. They're always going to go at it. And no exception today, as Sparta has been right on top of Pope John this whole game. But the Lions have opened up a 5-2 lead late in the second quarter, and they have the ball looking to go up by 4. Here is Ramirez. Ramirez up top, being guarded by Klodnicki. We've got 25 seconds to go in the first half. Ramirez will take his time. Clock down to 15 seconds. Ramirez looking to break in a Klodnicki. Down low to Heller and popped out of his cross. They tried that same play where Pillock passed it in and Heller was able to score. Stolen by Sanchez at the buzzer, and Pope John will go into the locker room with a 3-goal lead. We're at the half here at Pope John High School. It's the Hunterdon Sussex semifinal between the Pope John Lions and the Sparta Spartans. And at the half, it's the Lions leading the Spartans 5-2. We'll take a break for halftime. Should be about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll be back on a new feed. And come on back with us on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. At the half, Pope John leads Sparta 5-2. Come on back on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.